And now, fans, let's get these teams pumped up. Sweden versus Austria.
30 West Coast time. It's bedtime in Sweden, but don't go to sleep yet. It's Sweden and Austria, the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on the Lacrosse Sports Network and TFSETV.ca. Interactive broadcast today and tonight. As always, you can find me on Twitter at Brad Chal, CHALL. Where are you watching from? Questions, comments, concerns, and chirps as this game progresses. Hit me up. It is the 1-1 Austrians. They lost on opening night, Thursday night, to Finland 20-5, but then turned it around against first-timers Costa Rica yesterday, 18-0, as they pitch a lacrosse shutout, which is extremely rare in this game, as we know. Sweden 0-1. They got a late start to the tournament. They opened it yesterday with a 6-23 loss to Finland. They've got Australia tomorrow and Costa Rica on Monday. We've got the number 14 seed Sweden, the number 15 seed Austria. So on paper, this should be a close matchup. And for the fans' sake, you guys watching here today, let's hope it is. The game in the Arena Bowl right before this saw Serbia and Ireland fight to a cut tie game deep in the fourth quarter before a short-handed Irish goal proved to be the game winner late. But a lot of lopsided games in this tournament, and the longer two teams can stay tight, the better entertainment it is for the fans and for the growth of this sport. Opening face-off underway. Loose ball battle at center, and Sweden will get the first offensive touch of this 1:30 start here on day 3 of the 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. Kevin Powers will control on the lefty side. He switches hands and comes around, passes to the big man, number 19, Leif Paulson, who played some Junior A lacrosse here in the lower mainland of British Columbia. Goaltender for the Austrians makes the first stop of the day in Stefan Lorenz. Austria with their first shot, and that's swallowed up by Kurt Kinney. And he'll look for a pass up the floor to Leif Paulson. He'll carry across center. Shakes off a slash from Klaus Hauer. Ball goes back to Kim Bergstrom as he goes off for a change. Crossing the crease is Kevin Powers. Not able to get a decent shot off, and Austria is back the other way with it. Minute 12 gone here, first quarter. Delayed penalty call coming up to Sweden. Lorenz finally picks up on that as he hustles to the bench. Extra attackers on for Austria. 6-on-5 lacrosse we go. Being controlled now by Toffberger. He'll look to the far side. Shot, block, doesn't make its way through. That opportunity's turned into the corner as Austria gets the reset. Still 6-on-5. As they look to work the perimeter. Shot from the point, turned into the corner by Kinney, and another loose ball grabbed in the offensive zone by Austria. Really working this 6-on-5. Now crashing in with lots of time on the shot clock, off the post, rebound, and that one's kept up by Kinney too, as he takes a bit of a bump. Nice play to start this one, with an injured Austrian down on the turf. And that's Adrian Balash, their captain, and one of their star players. Should be out there on the power play, but the whistle goes down for his injury. He'll change, and Austria will go to the power play to open this lacrosse game and try to get on the board that way. This will be a bench minor for the Swedes as Jani Loka comes over to serve. The leather in his weapon as he puts it on the camera there. I don't see the leather job too often anymore. Too many men on the floor for Sweden, hence the penalty. Victor Toffberger takes a shot. It's out of play off the goaltender. Probst to the point to Hauer, back to Probst. The far side to Fujita, shot, scores! Gerhard Probst has the Austrians on the board, 1-0. 23 seconds in the power play. As they work the ball around the horn on the man advantage and tuck it past Kinney. Quick 1-0 lead for the Austrians. A couple quick touches. Make sure that pocket's set, and then Barry, short side pipe for Gerhard Probst of Vienna, Austria. Sweden with the ball off the draw. Kevin Powers. Matthias Eklund in control. He'll pass it down deep to Powers. Tries to split a double inside. He'll shoot. That one stung an Austrian defender. And Matthew Geppert. Back the other way now comes Austria. With a head of steam. Reinsberger, as he goes back, borrows to the far side to Balash. Back to the point, winding up, shooting. Kinney makes a nice save. Bouncing ball on the doorstep. Up for grabs right now, and it's picked up by Sweden and up the floor. Kak. Austrian defense barks out assignments as Mason Sapan's all over Kak right now. Sweden back on offense. Powers gets around his man, bodies his way through the middle, bounces it off the turf and out of play. One nothing Austria on a power play goal. Shots on goal 7-1 for Austria. Probst to Balash. He tries to get his way inside with the red head on his weapon. And the long flow to boot. Delayed penalty coming up to Sweden again. It's going to be picked up as the shot clock expires on Maximilian Salzbrunn. And we're going to get a 2-minute cross-checking call here on Andreas Ringström from Sweden. Austria back to the power play where they're 1-for-1 on the man advantage. Balash to Hauer to Fujita. The three high players get a touch. Fujita crashes in, tries to float it far side. It's wide of the net. Digging after it is Probst. Interference called after Probst is dumped by Vince Johansson. Shot by Balash, crossbar in. Oh, rolling on the goal line. Kinney dives back to keep it on the right side of the line for the Swedes. Johansson passes up the floor. Sweden shorthanded. Powers. Crashing in, shorthanded, scoring! Luke McCallion takes the long route to the net, but able to finish, or Swedish, should I say, and ties it up 1-1. 10-12 to go first quarter. Swedes playing without the former NLLer Tom Johnson, former Washington Stealth player. San Jose Stealth, even if you go back further. Now the Vancouver Warriors, obviously. As Luke McCallion, the shorthanded goal scorer, takes the ball deep again. Now stripped by the Austrians as they come back up the floor. Still on the power play for a minute. Klaus Hauer will hang on to it, wait for the right personnel to come onto the floor. Austrian power play working the ball around. Probst tries to get himself open. He scored the goal. Pass down to the crease. Quick stick opportunity by Salzbrunn. Ends up in the corner. Swedish ball coming up the floor again. Shorthanded for 30 seconds. Victor Toffberger will play it in deep for Frederick Larson. McCallion still has it. Larson pops up, receives the pass. Salzbrunn out to greet him, brings Larson into the corner. McCallion rolls off a pass as he tries to tuck it in from behind the net. No go from Toftberger, and a successful penalty kill by Sweden. Austria back up on O, led by Gerhard Probst. Balash fights his way inside, all alone on the doorstep, fake shoots, scores! Nice effort by Balash to cut right through the middle. Couple pump fakes on Kinney and make it 2-1 Austria. Austria's 9th shot on goal already through the first 6.5 minutes of this one. Loose ball off the draw, picked up by Geppert. Balash, the goal scorer, will go down deep to Fujita. He tries to spin his way inside, and he'll bury. Another low drive by Fujita goes top shelf on Kinney. 3-1 Austria. Fujita like this one-on-one matchup here. He fakes like he's going to go up high, rolls down, gets the underneath roll, and crashes the crease to make it 3-1.
Austria's third goal scored by number 31, Rentaro Kaputa, assist to number 20, Balash, and number 44, Matthew Nippers. Second goal, 6:50. Austria's third goal, 31 Fujita.
Now Larson drops the pass with an Austrian defender on his back. Dishes across the floor to Jernberg. Fighting to the inside. Rolling, shooting, scoring. Kevin Powers makes it 3-2. As teams go back and forth here early in this game, 7:38 to go first quarter. McCallion and Hauer meet in the face-off circle. Should get you your referees today. Stephen Green, Andy Watson, William Hardy, with Martin Bartuska as your standby official. This is an Orange Division game, round robin. Third game for Austria, second game for Sweden. 2019 World Indoor Lacrosse Championships from the Langley Event Center, just outside of Vancouver, BC. Pass to the far side, Sapans. Back to Balash to the middle, shot, Kinney falls on that one, rebound. Kinney puts the clamp down, and outlets pass to center, to Kim Bergstrom. Bergstrom trying to run away from his man, spinning, stripping, and Austria on the run. Salzbrunn will get off to Daniel Ludwig. Let me know how I'm doing with the names, folks. Friends and family, if I'm butchering anything, let me know on Twitter at Brad Chal, CHALL. As the Swedes get across center, Victor Toftberger. Deep into the zone for Kevin Powers. He tries to spin, switches hands, goes across the crease, and Paulson can't get a decent shot off. Powers loves that switch hands as Paulson cross-checks his man, furious with referee Andy Watson. As Austria will head up the floor, goaltender to the bench, extra attacker is on. And Langry will bring it up the floor to Gerhard Probst, far side to Balash. Shooting off the post and all the way down the floor. From Rintaro Fujita. Still 6 on 5, 25 seconds on the reset shot clock. Probst. Are we going to get a second call? Why was the play blown down? Andy Watson's going to converse with the other referee. Here's the penalty. Cross-checks him upstairs. This is the third Austrian power play already. They've got a goal there today. Shot, skips it off the turf, stopped by Kinney. Bouncing ball down low. Hard slash there from Johansson on Klaus Hauer. As he winds up from the outside. Balash shot, stopped by Kinney. Loose ball bouncing around on the doorstep by Klaus Hauer. Eyes his options, passes to the point. Hard outside shot. And that one's turned in the corner by Kinney off Rintaro Fujita. Working the ball around the horn again, still on the power play. That was a 5-minute major to leave Paulson. That ball will bounce off the stick of Fujita. Can strike 2 goals off the major, and there's one. Balash has his second of the night after a point pass from Fujita. Skipped it down to the doorstep, and a nice tap in by the Austrian forward. (4-2) with 4:06 to go, first quarter. Nice quick stick down low. 17 shots already for Austria. They've got the message from head coach Kyle Sorensen, Pete Tellis helping out, Jake Safrick and Julian Kolb as well. An all-Canadian bench to help these Austrians take their game for their country to the next level. Yakish, another delayed call coming up. Sweden in some penalty trouble early in this lacrosse game, giving Austria some golden opportunities. They've got a 6-on-4 right now. Shot swallowed by Kinney as he'll lob it to the refs. And we'll have 5-on-3 for 1:22. Lots of time for Austria to increase their lead here. Balash will hang out. Bounce shot, skipped across the turf from Klaus Hauer as he scoops it across the floor to Fujita. Back to Hauer. No look pass down to the crease. Nice dish to Marvin Lurch, who wasn't quite ready for it. As Vincent Johansson We'll bring it up the floor to Powers. Defense gets in on Powers. Salzbrunn keeps in to the outside, gives him chase. You can send a double while you're on the power play here. Powers gets another loose ball. He'll just dump it as he didn't get the reset. So Lorenz will grab it. Goaltender can bring it back into the crease. A player cannot. He stepped out. And the Austrian offense will go to work on the power play 5-on-3. Again, one player hanging near center, and then the rest of them will form a box, an offensive box in the offensive zone against a defensive triangle. As Salzbrunn tries to push his man into the crease, Sweden's up the floor. In 6 seconds, it'll be 5-on-4 as Leif Paulsen will step back out. Paulsen back on the floor, Austrian ball. Breaking ahead of the play is Klaus Hauer. But the captain, Stadliger, will hang on to it. Balash now. Passes into the corner for Fujita. Back to Balash. Gerhard Probst. Loose ball battle, almost won by the Austrians, and shot clock will expire on the power play. Even strength lacrosse, so Sweden gets out of a 5-on-3 and a 5-minute major. And they're within 2 with the minute 20 to go here in the first quarter. Got to be happy with their defensive stand. 18 shots already on Kinney. Late man on, shot from the outside is bounced. Is that going to stay in play? Yes, it is. Nice hustle from Jimmy Blomgren.
Last minute of play in the first quarter.
McCallion shot stopped by Lorenz. Great save. Loose ball dug out. And Sapans will run away from trouble. Anderlik. Back to Fujita. Fujita will roll it away. Interference called on Austria. Sweden's up the floor. 36 seconds. They have Victor Toffberger. Fires. Lorenz turns it aside. 30 seconds to go. Kyle Sorensen wants a timeout. None of his players are noticing to call the timeout. Now they do. Lots of time, though. 22 seconds. As Pete Tellis will grab the whiteboard and try to draw something up. So go ahead by 3 after 15. Pete Tellis, who just stepped down as the head coach of the Burnaby Lakers in the Western Lacrosse Association, helping out the Austrians. The majority, maybe in the higher divisions, one of the teams that is most primarily players from Austria, which is nice to see. Got a couple players listed as Canada and USA as their hometown, but the rest of this squad is as Austrian as it gets. And it's a good sign for any Austrian lacrosse players watching back at home. These are the pioneers. These are the guys here that are building the lacrosse future. Well, here comes the 6-on-5 play by Austria to finish off this first quarter. Shot from the outside, buries, drawn to perfection. Klaus Hauer finishes, and the bench likes it. They drop a nice set play for the boys, and they come through. So you reward your coaching staff. Nice to see there as the Austrian flag flaps proudly. Why don't you start from the far wall, quick feet. Klaus Hauer with a couple defenders sealed off, able to just bring that one and chuck it far side. That'll do it for the first 15 minutes. A close one, 5-2 Austria, though they're out shooting their opponent Sweden 19-6. A good pace, closely contested 15. My name is Brad Challoner. Find me on Twitter at BradChal, CHALL. Where are you watching from? I want to know. Shout your hometown. Back in a couple minutes for second quarter action. This is the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on the Lax Sports Network and TFSETV.ca. Second quarter underway from the Langley Event Center. Austria up 5-2 on Sweden in this European Yellow Division matchup. Your number 14 and 15 seeds, Sweden and Austria respectively. And Austria with a couple power play goals. Sweden in penalty trouble in that first quarter. And being badly outshot 20-6 right now. Shot from the outside, finds its way to the back of the net from Fujita. 6-2 Austria. They put up 18 on Costa Rica yesterday. Sticks must have been going there. McCallion takes a hard bump. Headmans it, streaking, shooting. Lorenz will turn that into the corner. Nice save.
Austria's 6th goal, second in the game, 31 Fujita from 20 Bosch. 10 the goal, 42 seconds.
14 seconds into the quarter. We get that goal from Fujita. Now Andre Sucher. To the point to Marvin Lurch. Back down to Sucher. Kinney gets a stick in there, batting after it. Nice loose ball effort by Lurch. Still lots of time. Lurch tries to get on it, but Kinney's out there to protect and to help. Oh, Sweden will try to go to work in the offensive zone. Their captain Eklund brings it across center. Eklund still has it, has a lane, fires it upstairs, and Lorenz makes an easy stop. Back the other way. Asking, where's my help, as he throws it on the side of the net. Saying, let's go, let's go. As Blomgren stripped behind his own net, and up comes Sweden up the floor. Kack to Paulson. Blomgren out there as well to help. Pass down to the doorstep. Powers, quick feet, tries to get across the floor. McCallion scores! Nice sub shot from the far wall. Leif Paulson will put it past Lorenz. It's 6-3. Swedes staying within reach. And we've been talking about it a lot in the different games of this tournament. We've seen some lopsided scores, but the more you can respond and limit runs, the longer you're able to stay in and hang out in the game, the better chances you are to get a win going late. And you saw it earlier today. You saw Ireland down 5-0 to Serbia. They stuck with it and eventually won that game 10-9. Blomgren in possession for Sweden, scoops the ball back to Victor Toffberger. Tries to pass to the point, it gets through to Leif Paulson. He'll wind up, Paulson will get down low, take a shot. That's off Lorenz, stays in play, bouncing ball into the corner. As Kevin Powers tries to get after it, he does, spins inside, and is hammered down into the ground hard. Austria back the other way. Balash. Deep for Fujita. Across the floor, Klaus Hauer, shot wide. Picked up by Fujita, 6 on the shot clock. Fujita will run it in all alone, and he'll snipe it home. 7-3, Fujita filling the net. Good start here for the Austrian offense as Fujita with the shot clock winding down, runs himself to a nice spot on the floor to where he saw an opening where he wanted to shoot from and let it go, 7-3. Sweden wins the ball off the draw. Quickly in transition, Paulson, Eklund, Shaw, that's off an Austrian shoe and out of play. Swedish ball. Powers tries a shot, that one ricochets towards the net, stays out as Vince Johansson takes a bump. And that ball goes all the way down the floor. Austria sets up, working the ball around the horn once again. 10:30 to go, first half. Tuck and go, twister off the post. Nice set of mitts there by Marvin Lurch. Loose ball battle, picked up by Sweden. Bergstrom up the floor with it. Hands off to Fredrik Larsen, and that pass ricochets off a stick behind the net. Sweden still has it, trying to find a good shooting lane. Powers down to the crease. Nice slide defense there to take Blomgren out of the play. And a smothering defensive shift by Sweden. As the shot clock expires, they'll have the ball heading up the floor. Lorenz are going to get a penalty here. As Lorenz went to the bench for the extra attacker, didn't pick up that.
Austria penalty, number 98, Marvin Lurch, 2 minutes for Morley. Time penalty, 5:14. 98 Lurch, Morley. Time penalty, 5:14.
Shot stopped. Loose ball up for grabs in the Austrian zone. And they'll leg it up the floor. Right down Main Street again. This time Kenny turns it aside on a shot by Reinsberger. Kinney getting after it, feisty goaltender. As he gets on the mitts of Reinsberger. Brought in by Stefano Stadlinger. Under 9 to go. Sidestepping into the offensive zone. Another delayed penalty coming up to Sweden. They've had some trouble today. 6-on-5 play. That pass is blocked, knocked aside. Shot bounces wide. Balash will start things off on the power play. Shot goes wide, bouncing ball picked up by Sweden. Paulson trying to get ahead of the play. He is ahead of the play, sneaks up there, runs to a spot around the net, does a long lap, kills some time off this penalty. Cleared out of the way, Austrian power play will pick it up, it's Balash. Make that lurch, breakaway down the other end, and Kinney will stop Klaus Hauer point blank. One of their top goal scorers. Hauer will chase back. Bergstrom intended a pass for a man streaking to the bench who wasn't ready for it. Torgny Jernberg couldn't come up with it. Now Sweden has it, chopped in the back. This game moving just a little bit. Austrians attacking so quick. And Sweden is not ready for the pace of this game right now. And maybe that's turning into some of these penalty frustrations as they're down 7-3 with 7:12 to go in the first half. Balash snipes. Nice laser from Balash on the power play. Been saying that a lot today. There's a lot of time to step into that one. And to the top shelf we go. $7:11 to go. Shots on goal 26-11 in favor of Austria. As McCallion scoops one down, it's picked up by Austria. Geppert to Probst. Fujita, doorstep, crossbar. Vince Johansson gets a piece of Balash. And he's going to get a penalty for it too. Hard bump. Vince Johansson spent a lot of time in the box this tournament so far. As he looks to get into anybody that gets near him. A mean defender is Vince Johansson. Balash looking for a pass to Gerhard Probst. Nothing there. 6 on the shot clock for Probst. So he goes to Hauer. He'll wind up. He'll fire. They don't get the reset, even though it went off. They think it went off the goaltender. But the referees will converse, and Johansson will go back to the penalty box. Big hit on a player cutting through the middle of the floor, and again, sort of low on the back, and what we've seen all week long so far, and by all week I mean 2.5 days, is anything on the back, on the numbers, is going to be called. No matter if it's egregious, no matter how hard it is, the referees really want players off the back. We've seen a lot of real easy, sort of non-egregious high sticking calls, and a lot of on the back, checking from behind calls. Those seem to be the two focuses to keep the players safe in this tournament. As Austria will head up the floor on the power play for a minute 25, but they're going to take the transition opportunity. Balash tries to go dip and dunk, and that one ends up in the corner. As Salzbrunn is tripped up. Interference called on Sweden. Austrian ball with 5:18 to go in the first half. WILC Day 3. Canada with the night off. USA and Iroquois tonight. Israel and England. Shot, goal. Nice shot. Little roller from the outside from Fujita. He's racking up the points here today. 9-3 with under 5 to go in the first half.
Austria's handball scored on power play is fourth of the game. Scored by number 31, Charles Fujita. Assist to number 90, Marvin Lurch. And to number 12, Klaus Hauer.
Eklund far side to Leaf Paulson with a goal tonight. Paulson has it. Push to the outside. Shot. Stick save Lorenz. As Ludwig will carry up the floor. Plays it in deep. Balash seems to be one of their heart and soul guys. One of their top offensive threats as well. That ball's down on the doorstep. Kinney gives his man a chop. Anybody that comes near Kinney is getting a bit of a poke or a bit of a jab. Telling you, stay away from my crease. This is my territory. Sweden back on offense. Just need to generate some shots here. Only 12 so far throughout this game. But Austria pressing out far, keeping these guys on the perimeter. There's a shot. Good look. And then Paulson takes his man down, battling for that Lucy in the corner. Good effort here. Powers in for the loose as well. Couple Swedish jerseys, couple Austrian ones. And Sweden's going to come up with the extra possession here after some gritty loose ball hustle. Mercallion will look. Vince Johansson trying to pop out. Powers digs for it. As Johansson open on the far side. Jumps up for it. Slash from behind. Man down on the doorstep. That one ends up wide. Salzburg tries to cut through the middle. Swedish defense doesn't let him through. 2:20 to go in the half. Ball to center for Bergstrom. Being pressured and called for over and back. Nice heads up play by Reinsberger to push him across center. Now Reinsberger will bring it across the line. The trailer, the deep man. And Emil Landgreep can't bring it in. Reinsberger has it. 2 minutes to go in the half. Nice hard shot rung off the pipe and to the outside by Fujita. Fresh clock to work with as that ball went off the post. Balash still has it, looking for a tap in, and he gets it. A cutting Gerhard Probst able to just bang that one in. Skip pass across the zone. That's a play you see Canada and Iroquois do a lot when you've got good handles and good passing like that. Able to zip it across the floor. Nice quick stick opportunity down low by number 10, Gerhard Probst. Whistle blows here for the second. McCallion down into the far corner, spinning. Shot, nice snipe from the outside by the captain Eklund. As Sweden gets back on the board, it's been a couple minutes, 10-4. Within reach, they just can't let the runs develop too deep. Game of lacrosse, a tide can turn real quick. 6-goal hole, certainly not insurmountable. Especially when you got a sniper like that working for you. Sweden called on the legal procedure. So Austria will bring it in. Right down Main Street. Shot stopped by Kinney. Rebound. Shooting gallery here as the Swedish defense just scattered and can't get back to protect their goaltender. Final minute, first half. As Balash comes over, makes a nice hit on his player. Sweden gets it back with 45 seconds to go in the half. Tiptoed in deep by Leif Paulsen. He tries to pass it across the zone. No one there. Oh, finds its way to the back of the net. Oh, take it. 10-5. With 28.8 seconds to go. Bit of a lone wolf effort by Kevin Powers, who spins his way to some open floor and then throws it down low. We've got a good goal. Be final possession of the half here. Sweden calls a timeout. They'll drop a play and try to get within 4 at halftime. They've got some good outside shooters, but it's always the inside game that's going to make you successful in this sport. How can they slip a man maybe down on that doorstep? Long look at the whiteboard here. Kyle Sorensen's defense will try to make a stand. 22.5 on the clock. Final shot of the first half. Here we go. Sticks up. They'll wait till about 8 seconds to start motion. Here we go. Eklund, Austria pressing out real high. Here's a shot for Leif Paulsen, winding up, shooting. That one goes wide of the net. He'll grab it. Still time for Paulsen to fire another one, and that one will be gobbled up by Lorenz as the first half comes to an end. 10-5 Sweden on top of Austria, out shooting them 33-16 through the first 30 minutes of this Group Yellow matchup. The 14 and 15 seeds on planet Earth going head-to-head right now in anybody's game heading in to the second half. My name is Brad Challoner. Find me on Twitter at BradChall, CHALL. This is the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. It's Austria 10, Sweden 5 through 30 right here on the Lac Sports Network and TFSETV.ca. Rintaro Fujita has 4 goals for Team Austria. They are on top of Sweden 10-5 through 30 minutes here at the Langley Event Center. This is yellow group action on day 3 of the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships. What is up? My name is Brad Challoner. Sweden gets another one. It's 10-6. 13 seconds in. They got the message at halftime. Let me reset the broadcast, friends. haven't shot a lot, so get to the net early and often here in the second half. Like I said, when we were going to break, 5-goal hole in the sport of lacrosse is nothing. Anybody's game right now. And Sweden with the perfect opening to the second half. What else can they muster here at the 1:30 game? On the doorstep, bouncer, Lorenz will fumble with that one, turn it into the corner. And Austria is up the floor. Get at me on Twitter at Brad Chal, CHALL on Twitter. Where are you watching from? Do the Swedes have the comeback in them like the Irish did earlier? But Fujita is going to make it difficult for that to happen as he passes across to Klaus Hauer, who has a few goals tonight as well. That's his second. Gerhard Probst has a pair. Adrian Balash has 3. Fujita with the 4. And for Team Sweden, Kevin Powers with 2. Singles from McCallion, Paulson, and Eklund. As the team swap goal here to start quarter number 3, half number 2 from the LEC. Both these teams, well, Sweden 0-1, Austria 1-1 coming into this one. Sweden had the day off on opening night Thursday. They have the ball now. Power shot. That one stung Lorenz in the belly. So that could have been an ugly hit as Eklund was coming hard across the center. And I think whatever team can win some loose balls and stay out of the penalty box and just get some of the simple things and the fundamentals here locked in the second half will be the victor of this game. Broken stick on the turf, shot. Kinney the save on the outside. Paulson picks up the loose ball. Good pace here to open the half as Paulson's on the gallop. A 2-on-1. Paulson tries to get around his man, and then the far man, Jimmy Blomgren, in a little bit too deep for the pass. As Powers has it now. On with the head of steam. Powers back to Paulson. Back to Powers. He'll wind up. He'll fire. And that one got a piece of Lorenz, knocked the other side, and now a chance to scoop it up here for Team Austria. Spinning in, shot. Kinney the save on Andre Suter. Pass to center. Cross midway. Far side. Oh, that pass is dropped, intended for the captain, Matthias Eklund. Cradling up the floor is Andre Sucher. He'll look to the bench. They've got some good outside shooters, does this Austrian team. And they work the ball around, get dialed in here, and increase their lead in half number 2. It's 11-6 with 12:07 to go. Klaus Hauer has it, tries to thread it across the floor. Shot clock will expire on Austria as Kinney goes behind the back. Eklund fumbles it a little bit. It's picked off by Klaus Hauer. In all alone. Hauer fakes, shoots off the crossbar. Bounces behind the net. And that one ends up back in the hands of Hauer. No, he can't pick it up. Sweden's there. Loose ball battles in the game before this one. And this one, massive, to say the least. Pass down to the crease is going to be picked off here by Stefano Stadliger. Sweden with a good change, takes away any sort of bench transition as Stefano Stadlinger will go and hand the ball off to the offense where he's dumped by the long hair of the Swedish defense. Interference called on Austria. Swedish ball streaking up the floor in a hurry. Powers tripped up on the play. Bouncing ball. Who wants it? Tripped up. Gets across the line. And Sucher will carry it in. Hauer to Fujita. Back to Fujita. As Balash gets knocked down, goes to get his glove. And Sweden with the ball, 11-6, 10-10 to go, third quarter. As they set up on offense and work the ball around the horn. Shot from the outside, turned away by Lorenz. Rebounds picked up by Jimmy Blomgren. He'll look, he'll take, and Lorenz will make the stop. Loose ball battle in the far corner. Both teams fumbling the loosies a little bit here. That's why it's important to stay on a guy's hands when he picks up that loose ball. Guys are prone to cough it up. Don't just let a guy pick up a loose ball and walk away from you. Get on those paws and try to create a turnover. As McCallion will throw it across the floor. Jimmy Blomgren. McCallion, and that one's picked off, and off to the races is Stefano Stadlinger. All alone, breakaway, Stadlinger fakes, scores! Twister on the doorstep. 12-6 for the Austrians. Good hustle from Stadlinger here. Puts on the brakes a little bit and then twists it far side. I like that shot by Stadlinger. Procedure called on the draw on Austria, so it's Swedish ball. Leif Paulsen with a goal today. Down to Captain Ekblad, and we're going to say interference called. And up the floor, back the other way is Austria. Swatting after it is Iman Landgrebe. And a one-handed scoop away from Tofberger. McCallion coughs it up. Austria fumbles with the loose ball as well. Now it's picked up and run to safety by Andre Sucher. To Fujita, who can play both hands. Fujita's hung out on that righty side of the floor a lot of time. There's a shot stopped. Klaus Hauer point blank. A few of these Austrians have switched hands. Paulsen swims over top of his man. Delayed penalty coming up as Kinney goes to the bench. That ball sails over the head, and 6-on-5 play here for Sweden. Pick set, Paulsen will shoot. That one goes wide and into the corner. And to the box goes Austria. Sweden to the power play, a chance to get within 5 with lots of lacrosse left to go. 7:20 in the third quarter. As we welcome fans switching over after a fantastic PLL championship. Whip Snakes, your PLL champions. That means hopefully Matt Rambo and Connor Kelly will be on a plane after celebrating so they can join Team USA, who definitely needed them in Game 1 against Canada. They were able to put up a boatload of goals last night against Israel in an 18-10 finish, which was an entertaining game. But if the USA wants to push the Iroquois in Canada, they're definitely going to need the services of Matt Rambo, who coincidentally enough was the championship game MVP. Ben McIntosh left Team Canada yesterday to go play for his Archers. And he should be back for Canada tomorrow night when they take on the Iroquois. It's USA Iroquois tonight. So if you switched over from that game, welcome. This is the WILC Day 3. Yellow Division, your world 14 and 15 seed. Sweden 14, Austria 15. And Austria looking to climb the world rankings and improve to 2-1 on the week. Up 12-6 right now in the third quarter. Shot, goal. Nice effort by Gerhard Probst with a couple fakes and then floats one far side high off Kinney. As he shows off a bit of a nice individual effort here, the Vienna, Austria native. Tuck, go, split a double, and then bury far side high. He's had a good game so far. Shout out to Tommy Potter. How you doing? Watching in Mission, and a bunch of Swedish players staying in Mission too. You keep them out of trouble, Tommy. This is a team that wants to get to the next level here in international competition. Playing without Tom Johnson, the former NLLer, who's opening a gate for the team tonight, which means this is a largely Swedish native roster, and it's always nice to see at the World Championships as they bury one from deep. Powers it in. It's 13-7. And that was a power play goal by Powers. And we're still within reach with 6:06 to go here in the third quarter. Try to get some face-off stats for you here. Austria on a 3-goal run after a Sweden 3-goal run and an Austria 4-goal run. There's been a few runs in this game. That's what you got to do to stay close, is not let any team go on too big. 4, 5, 6-goal run can be the end of a team in a game like this. It's actually Austria. Sweden would dominate in the face-off circle. 18 wins in 22 tries for Luke McCallion. He wears number 3 in blue and yellow. Or is that gold? Shot from the outside, rings it off the post, and the Lucy will bounce all the way down the floor. Delayed call still coming up here as the Austrians get a reset. Ball to the outside to Gerhard Probst. Through the middle, shot off the iron again. 2 posts here on the 6-on-5. So close for Austria. Inches away. Probst. Shot attempt through the middle. Balash is pushed to the outside. Now Fujita. Ball dropped by Probst. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to the middle. Shot. Kinney gets a piece of it, but no control. Another opportunity. I thought they'd get the reset there. Now the play will be blown down. And Austria will head to the power play. See what the call is. Powers wants an explanation, saying, oh, come on. Doesn't like the explanation he got, but he's got to sit down, and Austria will go back to the power play. shot stopped and thrown away by Richard Ziedlitz, the Swedish goaltender, in relief of Kinney right now. Just gave it right back to the Austrian power play. To the outside. Balash takes a shot. That one stings Ziedlitz as he sits down on that one. Back the other way. Sweden shorthanded for 90 seconds. As Larson tries to roll away from trouble. Over to Leif Paulsen. Looking, passing. Sitting on this clock are the Swedes, who are now called for interference in the offensive zone. Breakaway, power play, scores. Klaus Hauer, a lot of quick whistles in this tournament. Hot ball. Whenever there's a turnover, you can't let up. Got to pursue, you got to stay with your guys because the whistle is blowing in so quickly to keep this game moving fast. And Klaus Hauer snipes one. Not your traditional power play goals. He takes it on a breakaway, but he'll take it nonetheless. 14-7 with 3:33 to go, third quarter, from the Langley Event Center. Iroquois USA tonight. Israel and England coming up next at 4:30. Frank Chiliano of the San Diego Seals will try to backstop England against Zach Higgins and Team Israel, who put up two good games against Iroquois and USA. Both losing efforts, but both games that they look good in. Austrian penalty now. Swedish power play will work the ball around. McCallion, man out to challenge, so he moves it to Paulsen. Back to McCallion, winding up. Leif Paulsen. Johansson trying to create some chaos down low. McCallion powers, doorstep, scores! Jimmy Blomgren, 14-8. Receives the nice dish. So that'll take the 5-minute major down to 2 minutes. So they don't serve a full 5 here in the World Indoor Championships. You can score 2 goals off the major, but if they score one early, the major goes down to 2 minutes. Whereas in the NLL, that remains a 5 no matter when you score your goals. Sweden wins another face-off. Jonathan Skote. McCallion fires. That one's off the pipe, out of play. Ball will remain with Sweden, down by 6 with 2:29 to go in the third quarter. McCallion to Blomgren. It's Johansson is on again, the chaos creator down on the doorstep. Paulsen, McCallion, powers, McCallion, Paulsen, tuck, go, bouncer, and Lorenz will squeeze that one tight. Back the other way. Austria, 47 shots on goal. A solid number. So they fake the handoff here. Good read by Team Sweden. Track it. As Klaus Hauer moves it far side. Shot. Squeezed on and stopped by Ziedlitz. As Sweden makes its way up the floor. Victor Topberger. To McCallion again. Still on the power play for 48 seconds. Can they get one more and turn this thing interesting? McCallion, shot from the outside. That stung an Australian helmet. A whirling dervish. And Paulson looks short side. That one goes wide. And with 29 seconds to kill on the penalty, Austria will bring the ball up the floor. Basically one shot clock to get rid of here to get back to even strength. Final minute, third quarter. Cutting in is Fujita. Give him another one. Just filling the net tonight is Fujita. That's his the reset here. It's a lot of goals for Fujita, I'll tell you that. He's had a big night. That one coming short-handed with 7 seconds left in the penalty. Fifth of the game for Fujita. Gerhard Probst picks up an assist. So Probst, Balash, Hauer, and that man right there. Hauer gets another point, diving across the crease. Austria starting to pour it on here. Up 16-8. The flying Hauer. Hard shot by Sweden, turned aside by Lorenz. One more shot here before the third quarter comes to expire. Ball's dropped, tripped up. That's going to be a penalty. As that was almost a clear breakaway for Michael Reinsberger. Oh, they're not. Thought they were calling a penalty, just interference on the play. 3 seconds to go in this quarter as Underleek goes for a lap of the net. Now in front, Hauer will just roll it aside. 3 quarters in the books. Austria up on Sweden 16-8 through 45 minutes. My name is Brad Challoner. Let me know where you're watching from on Twitter at BradChal, CHALL. Shout your hood. We'll be back in a couple of minutes. Break down quarter number 4 from the Langley Event Center. This is the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on the Lax Sports Network and TFSETV.ca. Just like last quarter, it's opened up with a goal in the first few seconds, again by Sweden. Face-offs have been their biggest thing. One of their most successful things all night long is winning those face-off battles, getting possessions. They turned into a goal a couple times tonight. And right now, down by 7 as we open the quarter number 4. From the LEC yellow group, Austria actually ranked behind Sweden in the world standings. And that'll likely change after this tournament. Austria 15th to Sweden's 14th. $50 shots now for Austria. That's a nice mark to hit. If you're hitting 50, you're shooting pretty consistently and getting opportunities. Eklund moves it to Blomgren. Blomgren, big pick as Powers blew up his man. He's not happy that it was just a minor interference. It's Stadlinger. But Mason Sapans will bring it up the floor as he moves it to Fujita. Delayed penalty coming up to Sweden. Cutting it through the middle, bodied, one-handed scoop, Klaus Hauer, my goodness! One-handed roller from deep. Sure, why not? Put some mustard on the one-hander. Watch this from Klaus Hauer. Bing! 17-9. He's having fun out there tonight.
Austria's 17th goal is 5th of the game. Score number 12, Klaus Hauer. Assist to number 98, Marvin Lurch.
Rainer Yakish hands it off to Balash.
Comfortable 122. Austria's 17th is 5th of the game. 12 Hauer from 98 Lurch. And 31.
Hauer looking for another one. This one's going to be saved by Zeidlitz. Back the other way we go. Turnover. As Salzburg brings it across the line. Marvin Lurch. Again, Fujita, that one sails wide. Howard's there to pick it up. He'll move it. Cutting behind the back, Fujita. Has the Austrian offense trying some things different here in the fourth quarter, getting creative and getting confident with every game. They put up 18 on Costa Rica yesterday. They've got 17 up on Sweden with lots of lacrosse left to go. Under 12 to go in the game. 8-goal lead for Austria on top of Sweden. Fujita, 5 goals tonight, takes a shot. Now one stopped by the second Swedish goaltender we've seen today in Richard Zeidlitz. Stefan Lorenz, the goaltender for Austria, will headman it, and Marcel Reinsberger will bring it up the floor. He'll just fire it on net. That might have been an intended pass for Sucher down on the crease. Bergstrom gets around his man, scoops it down low. Bergman has it, passes down to the point, across the floor. And shot clock will expire on Team Sweden. Stadlinger brings it up the floor. Marvin Lurch. He'll stay up for a shift on O. So we get a couple different bodies up there now. Klaus Hauer still doing damage though. Ball is on the crease for Balash. He can't get it. Spinning off his man and running away with it. And a Swedish penalty. Vince Johansson pleading with the ref to watch the screen. So you can see what he did wrong. Five he's getting. Vince Johansson, a 5-minute cross check. Didn't really pick it up on that replay. He's got a 5-minute major with 10:16 left to go in this game. Again, you can take 2 goals off the major before you're back to even strength lacrosse. Vegeta winds up, fires that one blocked, and stings a defender. And that one will end up in the back of the net. Balls falling for the Austrians tonight. 18-9. Klaus Hauer with another. Austria's got a night off, and they'll play Australia on Monday. Sweden will go tomorrow against Australia, and then Monday against Costa Rica to close out their pool play, round robin play. So 1 goal off the major already as Eklund goes to work. Working the ball around. Eklund has it. Pass down deep, shot, bouncer, ends up wide. Powers after it. Fujita, Hauer, moving pick called. As Eklund chases down a loose ball. Blomgren being attacked right now. Killing some time off the clock, but really they need to be going to goal. No matter what at this stage, Eklund will just roll it away. They'll be putting that on the net. Skips it across the turf. Stopped by Zeidlitz. Outlet pass to center. Picked up. Opportunity here for Sweden with wheels. Bodied and hit down to the ground was Victor Tofberger. And we're going to get a holding call on the play. As Tofberger had a nice break. And was mugged from behind. Looked like Tolfberger might have been doing most of the holding, but still goes down. Oh, 4-on-4. For a full 2 minutes. As Johansson's still in there with the major. 7:48 to go in the game. Up next, England and Israel here from the Arena Bowl. And then your nightcap, USA and Iroquois. We're on Lyle Thompson watch as he left game 1 on his 2nd or 3rd shift. With what we're hearing was a Charlie horse. So good news, not nothing super serious for Lyle Thompson. Not going to miss an NLL season or anything like that, but something that can definitely hurt and keep him out of a couple of games here at the Worlds. But I bet Lyle Thompson yoga stretching that thing out right now. Oh, 4-on-3 as the Swedish player heads to the penalty box. Lots of room out there for the Austrian offense to fling the ball around. We've got Mexico and Slovakia happening right now in the arena or in the field house. Slovakia 17, Mexico 6. So similar situation. We saw Ireland and Serbia 10-9 victory earlier. And Hong Kong got a win, which is historic day for Hong Kong. They beat Switzerland 16-13 over in the field house earlier today. And field house action this afternoon with Jake Elliott. Scotland and Germany and Australia, Finland. Stephen Stamp and Brandon Assel will have England, Israel, and USA, Iroquois tonight. Ball's up the floor, intended for Jonas Olafsson. He tries to chop on his man, and Matthew Geppert does a good job of swimming away from that one. 6:42 to go. I know it's a late one in Sweden and Austria, but if you're watching, let me know where from. On Twitter at Brad Chal, CHALL. Pass down a little too deep for McCallion. As Sweden seems to be running out of steam here late in this game. It was a 5-goal lead at halftime. And a 9-goal lead now. Switches hands. Klaus Hauer. Both those two can switch hands really well. And Klaus Hauer and Rintero Fujita. Not something you see a ton of in the indoor game, but those two have definitely made use of their ambidexterity tonight. This penalty fest continues. But the Sweden bench up in arms. Shots on goal 58-30 for Kyle Sorensen's Austrians. Not sure what the delay is down on the turf. And we'll follow the Swedish captain into the penalty box. Mattias Eklund from Göteborg, Sweden.
Sweden penalty, number 9, Mattias Eklund. 2 minutes for Jacqueline Hunt. Down penalty, 9-17.
Shot. Stopped by Zeidlitz as he looks up the floor with 5:26 to go. Good offensive performance by Austria. Another drive in deep. Shot from the outside. Yeah, you're right, Pete. A lot of whistles tonight. And sometimes you wish the refs, or maybe all the time, you wish the refs would just let the guys play. I'd rather have a more open game with less penalties than a highly disciplined game that's just parading guys to the box. There's just no momentum, kills the flow. And this steady parade continues here. I'm gonna try to get a number of penalties. 11 infractions for Sweden, 6 for Austria so far. And I'm surprised it's just 11. It feels like it was more. Too many men, illegal cross-check, roughing, illegal cross-check, check from behind, unsportsmanlike, illegal cross-check, illegal equipment, check from behind. And it's the illegal cross-check that a lot of the players have been confused by, not knowing where that line is. Andy Watson's a good Canadian referee. He's conversing with Stephen Green and William Hardy down there. But it just adds a lot of length to the game, slows momentum down. And a team like Ireland is lucky that they fought through it earlier today and fought through that adversity, able to come back and get that win. Sweden hasn't had that luxury here tonight. When you've got a team that's got a few good offensive snipers like Austria and all the power play goals they've had tonight. Another opportunity here off the face-off, Austria in. That's turned into the corner by Zeidlitz. And another penalty coming up as I digress. Now, this is a physical sport that's supposed to be allowed to be physical. We got an Austrian player down in front of the penalty boxes right now. Pete hanging in through the doubleheader in Ladner. Thanks for hanging with me today, Pete. And Andrew in Osler, Saskatchewan. Man, Saskatchewan, you guys will watch. You guys have become diehard lacrosse fans in the last few years, and it's been awesome to see. Met a couple Saskatchewan Rush fans that have made the trek here to the Langley Event Center in the building. You guys roll deep, and I really respect the lacrosse fan base in Saskatchewan. Got a great junior A program developing there. The minor system is flourishing, and you can put 16,000 people in a SaskTel to watch a Rush game. Getting a little envious from my perch here in Vancouver. Johansson takes a bump, and that probably could have been a penalty too. The way that this game has been called. 4:05 to go. Austria putting on the brakes a little bit, up 19-9, 61 shots on goal. They've been peppering Zeidlitz and Kinney here tonight. Loose ball battle in the far corner. Gerhard Probst and Jonathan Scote digging for it. Austria with another push up the floor. 5-on-3 for another 33 seconds. See if they can set up a 5-on-3 play here. Hauer fans on his shot. Probst behind him. Back to Hauer. Gets his own rebound. Switches hands. Passes. Shot. Stopped by Probst. Or on Probst, rather. As Zeidlitz will lob it to center. Big bump opportunity, but Jonathan Scote is going to get away with it. To Kim Bergstrom. Power inside. He'll fire one through. 19-10. Fifth of the night for Power. He's got half of the Swedish offense. Kevin Powers, who they list from Seattle, Washington. Just down the road, about 2 hours from where I sit right now. Great city of Seattle. Paulson's going to do a lap. Just out for a Saturday morning jog around the offensive zone. Now he goes to Eklund with 2:20 to go. And back to even strength lacrosse for the first time in a while. Tiptoes the crease. Does a good job of not going in. Shot stopped by Lorenz, who was down on his knees to make that save on Victor Tofberger. Now McCallion. He'll try to run. He'll fire one. That one's wide. Sweden going down swinging here. Under 2 to go. They got the message from coach, hey, we play to the last whistle. Shot stopped by Zeidlitz. He's going to fall on top of that one to get a whistle. Dropped pass. Austrians chopping at it. Kak hearing the footsteps. He'll get across the line. He's jumped and mugged, and a penalty coming up to Austria late in this game. He's going to go off for a change and not know he has a penalty. And Stefan Erber. Bear. 19-10 with 1:26 to go. Shot by Powers as wide as he's looking for the socky. Saw a sock trick earlier by Kopinger in the Ireland game. Reminder, this isn't it. Go get yourself some dinner and come back for England and Israel, an important Blue Division game. So Austria puts up 20. Sweden puts up 10 with under a minute to go here. The nightcap tonight, Iroquois USA, 7:30 West Coast time right here on the Lac Sports Network. That bouncer's turned aside by Lorenz. He's faced 34 shots tonight. Suture. Last fling around the offensive zone for Austria. Then they'll just hang on to it and improve to 2-1 on the tourney. Wins against Costa Rica and Sweden. Sweden falls to 0-2, losses to Finland and Austria. Day 3 for these two teams is in the books. And lots of lacrosse left to go. Come back in 1 hour. Steven Stamp, Brandon Assel, England and Israel. But the final score from the Langley Event Center Arena Bowl, Austria 20, Sweden 10. My name is Brad Challoner on Twitter at BradChal, CHALL. Thank you for hanging out with me this afternoon. Enjoy the rest of the lacrosse action. I will be with you tomorrow night. I've got the 2 late games from the field house Jake Elliott and Steven Stamp, I believe, with the Blue Division games from the Arena Bowl tomorrow night. That includes Canada, Iroquois. Man, oh man. That is the one you circle on your calendar. 65 shots on goal. The final from the Fieldhouse. The 1:30 game, rather. Austria 20, Sweden 10. This has been the World Indoor Lacrosse Championships on the Lax Sports Network and TFSE TV.ca. Peace out.